7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. Short summary. Hello there, individual development searchers. Nowadays, we're jumping profound into one of the foremost transformative self-development books ever composed. 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. This isn't another self-help book. It's a paradigm-shifting perfect work of art that has changed millions of lives around the world, counting mine. Let me share a speedy individual story. A long time prior, I was that individual who faulted everything and everybody for my issues. My ventures were continuously postponed since of others, and I was always as well active since of as well numerous gatherings. Sound commonplace? That's when I faltered upon this book, and it totally changed how I approach life and work. Sometime recently we hop in. Let me tell you why this book hits distinctive. Not at all like other books that center on speedy fixes or surface-level changes. Covey goes straight to the center of what makes us genuinely viable, our character. He challenges us to see internal and make crucial changes to our points of view and behaviors. Let's break down these life-changing propensities that partition the genuinely viable from the simply active. Habit 1. Be proactive. Have you ever caught yourself accusing activity, your boss, or the climate for your issues? That's what Covey calls the receptive attitude. Being proactive means taking duty for your life. It's approximately understanding that whereas we can't control everything that happens to us, we completely can control our reaction to it. Implementation tip. Begin with a 30-day, no complaints challenge. Wear an elastic band on your wrist and switch it to the other wrist each time you capture yourself complaining. It's astounding how rapidly this builds mindfulness of your responsive designs. Personal example. Last month, my biggest client suddenly cut their budget. Instead of panicking, my old reaction, I proactively reached out to my network and turned this challenge into an opportunity to diversify my client base. Within 2 weeks, I had 3 new smaller clients who actually provided more stable income. Habit 2. Begin with the end in mind. Imagine building a house without a blueprint. Crazy, right? But that's exactly what life is like for many of us. This habit is about creating your personal mission statement, your North Star. She asks us to imagine what we want people to say about us at our funeral. I know that's a heavy thing to do, but it's incredibly powerful. Implementation tip. Create a lifetime vision. Every Sunday, find a quiet place, grab a journal, and write out what you want your life to be like in 5, 10, 20 years. Get specific about your relationships, career, health, and personal growth. Then work backwards to set monthly milestones. Habit 3. Prioritize your first priorities. This is key. Once you know what's important, habit 2, you need to actually prioritize it in your daily life. Covey introduces a time management matrix that divides tasks into 4 quadrants based on urgency and importance. Implementation tip. Use the Big Rocks method. Every Monday morning, identify 2 to 3 big issues for the week, tasks that are important but not urgent. Schedule them on your calendar first before you do anything else. For me, this means blocking out the hours from 7 to 9 a.m. to focus on important projects before checking email or attending meetings. Habit 4. Win when thinking. This is a real game changer from my own experience. I used to think of negotiations with clients as a battle that I had to win. Then, during difficult negotiations with customers, I tried something different. I spent time understanding their constraints and goals instead of pushing my desired outcome. We worked together to build a flexible payment structure that worked better for both of us than our original positions. Implementation tip. Before each negotiation, write down 3 things: what you want, what the other party wants, and 3 possible solutions that would satisfy both. This simple exercise will shift your mindset from competitive to collaborative. Habit 5. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. This habit transformed my relationship with my teenage daughter. Instead of immediately offering solutions or brushing off her concerns about school, I began using what I call the 3-question rule. What happened? How did you feel? What would help? The difference in our communication was immediate and profound. Implementation tip: practice reflective listening in your next 3 conversations. Before responding, paraphrase what the other person said and ask, "Did I understand correctly?" You'd be surprised how often we misunderstand what others are saying. Habit 6. Synergize. Last year, I led a project team with completely different working styles. Instead of forcing everyone to adapt to my approach, we created a hybrid system that combined different strengths. Our detail-oriented team member handled quality control, while our creative thinker led brainstorming sessions. The project was completed ahead of schedule and produced better results than we could have achieved alone. Implementation tip: at your next team meeting, try the yes and yes comedy improvisation technique. Instead of criticizing ideas, expand on them. This creates an environment where people feel safe to share innovative ideas. Habit 7. Sharpen the saw. This last habit is about reinventing yourself, and honestly, it's the one I struggle with the most. I used to brag about working 70 hours a week until I was completely drained. Now I have non-negotiable innovation blocks in my schedule. Physical: 30-minute morning workout. Mental: 20-minute bedtime reading. Social or emotional: weekly romantic evening with partner. Spiritual: 10-minute morning meditation. Implementation tip: start small. Pick one innovation activity for each area and schedule just 10 minutes a day. Treat these meetings with yourself as seriously as you would with your boss. The previous sections on notes and quotes remain the same. Final thoughts: what makes the 7 habits timeless is that they are based on universal principles that apply no matter the circumstances. These aren't quick fixes or life hacks, but fundamental changes in how you see and interact with the world. Remember that being productive isn't about getting more done, it's about doing the right things. Start with a habit, apply these practical tips, and see how it creates a ripple effect in your life. As Covey would say, small, consistent deposits in the emotional bank account led to massive returns over time. So, what's your next step? Which habit resonates most with you? Drop a comment below and let me know which implementation tip you're going to try first. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more life-changing book summaries.